Hey, my name is Eric. I am a 19-year-old sophomore at a state university in Minnesota State in the United States. I basically just want this channel to be about faith. Like, people are always asking about faith. Like, what the heck? There are the really sweet people that do awesome things, good things around the world, and then there are the people that hold signs and say, "Oh, God hates blank," fill in the blank, and you're going to hell. So, I mean, there's obviously drastically different sides of faith that are kind of confusing. And I know for me, coming to faith recently, the past several months, I definitely had a lot of that. So, I want to give you guys a background of who I am, how I got to be where I am as a follower of Jesus Christ, and hopefully just have this channel be an open gallery so you guys can ask any questions, not get judged. I can answer them, or if you just need someone to talk to, I'm here. So, growing up, I was a good kid for the most part. I was in just about every kind of cultural aspect of growing up that you could think of. So the jocks, kind of the nerds, the dorky kids, I was the funny kid at school, the kind of class clown. I hung out with the hippie type people for a long time that kind of got into drugs and alcohol later on, everything like that. So I was never really exclusive to anything. I was all over the place. I had a Christian background growing up. My parents were involved in the church, but got discouraged kind of later on and stopped going. So I, for the most part, did not go to church growing up. And when I did go to church, I was never part of Sunday school, anything like that. I believed that there was a God, but I never really thought about it. Like, I called myself a Christian growing up, but never really understood anything, read the Bible. So I'm gonna skip ahead to currently. Actually, several years ago, when I was in high school, I had two friends commit suicide, both of which I was very close with. They happened 3 years apart. One was when I was 15 in high school, so I don't know what grade I was in at 15. I guess junior, maybe something like that. I don't know, but oh, it was so nuts to hear about a close friend of mine like dying. Like, I did not understand death at all at that point. I thought young kids are invincible. Like, we all grow up to be 50 just like our parents and have kids and a job and deal with stuff like that. So that was really difficult for me. And then my other friend committed suicide last year. He was also in high school. He was younger than me. I was a freshman in college. And he committed suicide just by being unhappy about something. I'm not sure what the details were, what was going on in his mind and his heart, but he ended his life in high school, which absolutely just plagued my brain and my heart because college is so different than high school. Like, your whole life changes. It doesn't matter who's popular in college. There are no like popular kids. Um, just everything changes. Everything. 100%. So I don't know. It was just really sad that they would kind of give up like that because they didn't know. So that's why I want to do advising and counseling, is to be the younger guy that's been around the block, growing up, and who legitimately cares about people that he talks to, not just because I want a paycheck. So that brings me to how I came to be a believer. Over the past summer, my grandfather died, whom I was very close with. It was my dad's dad. I loved that man to death. He was a great guy. That was extremely difficult for me to handle. Then my over winter break of this year, 2011, my sophomore year, my 20-year-old friend, his name is Mike, died in a house fire at his university. So my winter break, first day I get back, I get a call from a friend telling me this. Now, Mike was my best friend in sixth grade, and we had been close for years. And it kind of drifted apart when we both started college because we went to different universities. The finding out that your 20-year-old friend died in a house fire, like gets trapped inside of a house that's burning down, like on your winter break, Christmas. It was really difficult to go to his funeral and see a box full of your best friend's ashes that you grew up with. And then about a month later, not even a couple weeks later, I had to break up with my girlfriend, who was the biggest part of my life at this point. I absolutely loved this woman. She was my high school sweetheart. Went to prom with her. Oh man, she is absolutely beautiful. She's incredibly smart. She's got so much talent. But she had cheated on me um, after not long after our 2 year anniversary, and but she had continued like dating me, being my girlfriend, and kind of did all the stuff behind my back. So she was being intimate with another man, which was extremely difficult for me. And I think it's a mistake that she regrets, and I think she is above that for sure. So she's a great person, but for our relationship, that definitely destroyed that. And we tried to fix it for a while, but it wasn't able to work. It was toxic because I was angry and unable to forgive at that point of my life. No matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't do it. I didn't have the strength. So we broke up. That was incredibly difficult. Then I realized at that point that I had no friends in college that I could talk to about these deep things that were going on. And I was just curious about religion and like, well, if my family isn't permanent, no matter how much I love them, my friends aren't permanent, no matter how much I love them, and my relationship, whatever woman I'm with, isn't permanent, what is? Like, why am I here? Why am I a student in college? What is life even for? Why am I conscious, you know? Why am I not like a rock, or something like that. So I was just like thinking about that, and I started getting involved in ministry. I once spoke with a friend who hooked me up with some ministry buddies, everything like that. Started reading the Bible, Book of John, and my life changed. I said a prayer to God. I said, God, I have no friends. I don't have my relationship anymore, which I was dependent on in many ways. I don't feel like I have anything at this point. And basically that prayer was answered in every single way. It's been 2.5 months since I said that prayer, and I'm sitting in my dorm room. I have like 50 to 60 friends who I can talk to about just about anything that have developed in 2 months of being in ministry. I co-lead a Bible study. I disciple 2 freshmen men in college here. I just got back from a mission trip to Panama City Beach, Florida, to show students and just anyone that there are Christians out here, the ones that really follow what's taught in the Bible, that don't hold signs that say, God hates fill in the blank, you're going to hell. You know? Like, there are kids that are just like us, that are just amazed at what Jesus did for us and how much he loved us and took these burdens on himself that weren't his. So my life has just been changed for the better in every single way. And what I really want you guys to understand from this is that I'm a regular guy just like you. I'm sitting in my dorm room right now. Um, you know, I've got a bag of Doritos on my desk, a Butterfinger, all this stuff. I'm just a regular dude, just like any of you. Um, I would then, I think about relationships, I think about friends, I have a Facebook, I have email, classes, all this stuff. And what happened to me can happen to you. Like, your life can be changed if you're willing to investigate and just say a prayer and have a little bit of faith. So that's really what I want this channel to be about, is any questions or anything that you want to share. I would love absolutely love to hear it. I'm going to provide my email below, but I would also love for you to just comment on these videos. Just tell me about yourself. Tell me about things that you're struggling with, that you're thinking about, or maybe something I could pray for you for. So these videos will continue and get more in depth as they go, but I hope you guys just understand and kind of build your curiosity and maybe try and seek these things out with me. So I'd love to share more with you in the coming videos. So stay in touch. Thanks, guys.